You're scrolling through real estate listings at midnight, and every house that doesn't look like it's falling apart costs $500,000. The kitchen's got those outdated countertops from the early 2000s. The carpet's that weird beige color nobody likes, and there's fake wood paneling in the basement that screams, fixer-upper. And the listing agent has the nerve to call it a charming starter home. Meanwhile, you're sitting there crunching numbers on your salary, wondering if you missed some massive raise, or if the whole housing market's gone completely insane. Spoiler, it's not you, it's the math. And the math is straight up brutal. My name is James, and today we're doing something real estate agents absolutely hate. We're calculating who can actually afford a $500,000 house in 2026. Not who the bank will rubber stamp a loan for, but who can genuinely afford it without turning their life into a non-stop financial anxiety simulator. Because there's a huge gap between getting approved for a mortgage and actually sleeping at night after you sign those papers. Let's hit the uncomfortable truth right up front. In tons of U.S. markets right now, $500,000 is the entry point. That's not buying you some luxury pad, that's getting you a basic 120 square foot box with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a yard barely big enough for a kiddie pool. In places like Denver, Austin, or anywhere near a big city, $500,000 is what regular folks are somehow expected to scrape together for an average house. The median household income in America is around $83,000. So we're asking people earning $83,000 to buy homes that cost 6 times their yearly pay. If that sounds nuts to you, you're spot on. But everyone around says you can swing it. The mortgage guy says you're good to go. Your parents bought on way less back in the day. Some TikTok gurus flipping houses with 0 down. So what's the issue? The issue is everyone's feeding you BS about what affordable really means. Let's break it down, starting with the down payment, where most dreams crash and burn. The classic rule was 20% down on a $500,000 house. That's $100,000 cash. Let me repeat, $100,000. The median savings account in America holds about $8,000. You're not just short, you're $92,000 short. And before you think you'll just save it up, let's crunch that too. If you're pulling $83,000 a year and magically save 10% of your gross, which almost no one does, that's $8,300 yearly. At that pace, it'll take you over 12 years to hit the down payment, assuming home prices don't climb, which they absolutely will. So most people go with 5% or 10%. Congrats, you've just unlocked PMI. This is basically a penalty fee for not being rich enough up front. PMI runs $200 to $400 monthly, depending on your loan. Now, the actual mortgage payment. Say you put down 10%, $50,000. That leaves a $450,000 loan at 6.1% for 30 years. Principal and interest alone, around $2,800 monthly. Add property taxes, $4,000 to $8,000 yearly, roughly $500 monthly. Homeowner's insurance, $200 to $300 monthly. Average $2,400 per year. Maintenance, 1% of home value yearly to $5,000 per year, or $417 monthly. Plus PMI, another $300. Total monthly housing cost, about $4,267. Financial pros say housing shouldn't eat more than 28% of gross monthly income. If $4,267 is 28%, you need about $183,000 yearly income. Even at the looser 43% DTI rule, still around $150,000. Only 10 to 20% of U.S. households earn $150,000 plus. That means 80% cannot comfortably afford a $500,000 house by any sane metric. This isn't opinion, it's cold math. But people are buying anyway. Who? Some dual high earners. Some with family cash. Some stretching dangerously thin. Let's look at the Johnsons. 2 pros making $160,000 combined. That's upper middle class. They should be fine, right? Gross $160,000 sounds good until taxes hit. After federal, state, FICA, basic 401k, take home around $9,500 monthly. Subtract $4,267 housing to $5,233 left. 2 car payments, $800. Car insurance, $250. Gas, $300. Student loans, $600. Health premiums, $400. Groceries, $800. Utilities, $450. Left, $1,033. And that's without clothes, fun, kids, repairs, doctors, vacations. This family spends 45% of take-home on housing. Not 28%, not 35%, nearly half. They're not buying yachts, just trying to live normally. Daily reality. Checking account before groceries. Skipping kids' trips over $35. Lying awake at 2 a.m. doing tire math. Won $5,000 HVAC failure from credit card hell. One accident, $1,000 deductible on plastic. This is house poor on $160,000. On median $83,000. Impossible without huge risk. But the market doesn't care. Sellers price at $500,000 because comps say so. Banks approve at 43% DTI because it won't implode immediately. Agents push stretch for commissions. No one wants to say, "You're about to drown." The system gets you in, not keeps you afloat for 30 years. Once signed and moved, you're trapped. Can't bail after 6 months without torching credit and losing down payment. So people stay in unaffordable homes, hating jobs they can't quit. Harsh truth. For 70 to 80% of households, $500,000 isn't affordable sustainably. Not your failure. Market disconnected from wages. Prices up 400% since 1990. Incomes up 180%. Math doesn't add up. We keep hearing, buy to build wealth. True. But survive the mortgage first. Side hustles won't fix structural crisis. Better budgeting won't magic a down payment. What can you do? Run honest numbers. Maybe rent and invest the difference. Look at $350,000 homes. Admit it's not viable now. If household under $140,000, stop. Full stop. Ignore the "you're approved" talk. Ignore "it's normal." If you stretch anyway, month 1 tight, but okay. Month 4 breaks on credit card. Month 7 AC financed. Month 9 short $600 every month. This is house poor. Own the house, but can't afford to live in it comfortably. We've normalized financial hell. Rebranded desperation as adulting. I give you permission. Don't play this game. Look at $500,000, run numbers, decide it's not worth sacrificing stability and health. Keep renting, save aggressively, wait for correction. Smaller home. Cheaper market. $500,000 is not a starter home anymore. It's luxury for most. Run real numbers. All costs. Be honest about income stability. If math doesn't work, walk away. No shame in "not now." Real win is decisions based on reality, math, your situation, not pressure or wishes. I'm not killing the dream forever. Just the illusion that $500,000 is reachable because bank says yes. Banks risk not equal your life quality. Maybe in 5 years, income doubles, market drops, you relocate. But right now in 2026, math is broken for most. Pretending otherwise prepares you for foreclosure videos. Stop chasing what you're qualified for. Find the number where you pay mortgage, maintain, save, invest, and still live. For most, nowhere near $500,000, and that's okay. You're not less successful for being realistic. You're not failing adulthood by refusing to drown for countertops. You're just doing the math nobody else wants to do. The market will pretend prices make sense. Banks will approve bad loans. Agents will say, "Great time to buy." You don't have to join the collective insanity. Sometimes the smartest move is to see the game is rigged and choose not to play.